up recently, so we want to make sure everybody's aware of that and aware of ways to avoid getting into that traffic. One of the areas that we identified was on Highway 441 at Double O North or Northland Avenue exit. The ramp has been tended to back up due to traffic trying to turn on to French Road, just off of that interchange. What we would suggest is to avoid that area is to keep going northbound on 441 up to 41 and then exit at Highway N. Then you'll be able to cross 41 safely there. That interchange has been all redone and can handle the traffic volume as compared to this intersection. There are many maps on 511 as well as the construction site website to identify all of the other roads that cross 41 that you can safely get across the highway without having to go through this interchange. We suggest that you stay away from this interchange just because of the sheer volume that goes into it. We want to avoid having any incidents such as stop traffic and somebody not paying attention and running into that traffic. One of the other areas that we identified also was 41 southbound on Highway 47. That does experience a lot of traffic exiting there. So we suggest that you find other alternatives to get off the interstate besides there. As the summer goes on, more of the interchanges will close, causing more traffic to get into these interchanges. So we suggest that, on a daily basis, if not a weekly or more, is checking the 511 app or the construction zone website to find those best routes. They change daily. As you know, construction zones change very frequently, their traffic patterns, what's closed, what's open. So checking those will get you to your destination safely and more efficiently and save yourself some time and frustration of getting to different places.
Covered it all, Luke. Jeez. You're good. How about that big map, Missy, that you have? Can you put that big map up there? Maybe this is the map that's behind you guys, the one I was showing you before the press conference started with all the green to go across.
Oh, we turned that off so we could just do the TVs, otherwise it would be a white and. But we have that in the packet.
Yeah, that's in the packet too. So what we can do now, if you guys want one of the construction managers to kind of walk through the map with you and show you what's open, I think that would be pretty valuable. Again, as we explained before it started, people don't realize what's open there. So I don't know if Lurs, if you want to go up there and kind of walk them through what's open. Sure. I know. It's so, and it is that simple. Really, people, if it's green, it's open.
I
mean, that's pretty much it.
You would think it's that simple, but people don't do that, so.
Sure. Yeah, so I can just start at the south and kind of work our way up to the north, right? So right now you can see in red, the red is what is closed or will be closed this summer. So when you start at the south end, the Wisconsin 96 southbound exit ramp, that is currently closed, so that'll be closed until early August. The ramps up at Northland, obviously the bridge is out being reconstructed right now, so that is closed. The southbound entrance ramp is closed, and the northbound entrance ramp is closed. On the 19th, the northbound exit ramp will be closing, and then later this summer, the southbound exit ramp at 15 will be closing once the 96 exit ramp is open. Continuing north, Capitol Drive is open, and that project was reconstructed last year. Lindell Drive is open in one lane in each direction as we continue to work on the box culverts in that location. Gillett Street is completely wide open right now. Richard Street wide open, that'll be constructed next year. Mead Street is open. Ballard, we just closed the bridge last Monday, closed the southbound exit ramp this week, and then in the next couple of weeks we'll be closing the remaining ramps until this fall. 441 fully open, French Road fully open, Holland Road currently open. Vanderbrook is closed right now, being reconstructed. We expect Holland to be closed, I think Buchanan is completely open, Rose Hill is completely open, 55 is completely open, and then County Highway J, that bridge closed now, and then the ramps will be closing later this summer, later this summer, May, June. So that's the impacts with our bridges, or overpasses and underpasses this summer. Yeah, and as soon as we get them constructed, we get them open, but that's just to highlight what other alternatives are available outside of what people typically would take.
Are you guys picking that up off the mic?
Or do the whole thing.
You don't have to. So, one question for Brian. Brian obviously has done a lot of construction for the DOT for a decade or so.
Is this on, or is it?
What do you? Yes,
Okay.
you don't need to turn. This just goes to them. What do you think's happening with the people that this construction project started, that we are seeing these backups, and what would be the best mediation to get the backups out of Appleton?
That's a loaded question there. So I think a lot of folks are just creatures of habit. This is the way that people have gone to get to their destinations. So people just do that. Ideally, people will seek out alternate routes, seek out I guess just a different, quicker, more efficient route. Like State Patrol had said, is just trying to avoid these areas, put yourself in a better situation and not sit in traffic. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that really greatly.
Did Luke go through the 511 and now people can look up? Okay, sorry, I must have missed it.
Yeah. So I don't want to, yeah.
Any other questions, guys?
And how often do each of these, like, which is open, which is closed, change? It really depends, So right now, everything that is in red, for the most part, is closed. Holland will be the only overpass that will close again, or that will close this year. That's not currently closed right now. The rest of them are currently closed right now, besides some of the ramps. So the impacts for the other interchanges, overpasses, underpasses will be in the out years, starting next year and in the future. And the only way to see that is online, or will there be like signs saying, this is closing on this day? Oh yeah, we put message boards out prior to closing anything. Missy and Mark put out news releases to notify the public of when projects we anticipate them to be closing. We usually do an annual public involvement meeting with a general schedule of when we anticipate these closures to happen as well. So there's a lot of notice given at the meetings, and then also right before construction as well.
Obviously, people are experiencing disruptions to their routine, extra traffic, detours that they have to go through. Why does WisDOT believe that everything that people are going to have to go through with that is going to be worth the final product of the project? Why is the project worth the disruption that it's causing people in the interim?
Sure. Well, construction and just by its nature is messy and inconvenient and causes issues. Once this project is fully completed in 5 years, you have additional capacity, safer for vehicles to travel. All of our ramps will be reconstructed and be longer. We'll have better merging parallel on-ramps and exit ramps. It's just a safer facility in the long term. So with the short term, you have to put up with the headaches, you have to put up with the delays and inconvenience. We appreciate the patience for business owners and residents and travelers. But really, when it's all said and done, that's the goal, is to make a safer, more efficient transportation system.
Can you just highlight just so it's clear, the closures that are happening this week, the week of May 4th through Friday here, what's closing here for people to be aware of?
Sure. So, what's closing
This week?
this week? What's closing?
Yeah.
We're not closing anything additional.
Full closures at night.
Oh, the full closures. I don't have them.
Yeah, those are all listed on the website.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we have.
social media.
I don't have them all memorized for different ones, but yeah, it is on the website. Especially this week, there's a lot, so it's all over the corridor.
It's just a great place, though, to push people to the website. And I need to note also that 41 social media is turning out numbers I've rarely seen before. 1.3 million views on something that was just posted a little while ago. So the stuff is out there. These guys, they just do a phenomenal job with the maps and showing people where to go and how to do it. You just got to get people to go there and to look at it and actually do it. So Brian, one of the questions that I got from people that call me, obviously, is, hey, you guys have all these stuff closed. Was this poor planning or what? I know it's not poor planning because we do design work years in advance, but can you kind of explain how there isn't anything weird or something that came up that's causing these
Traffic question.
backups?
You wanna take it? I
Sure,
can take it, but, I was gonna make folk give a traffic.
This is Kurt Peters. He's the head of the whole project, guys. He like leads the entire thing.
So, and just to go back to one of the previous questions as well as why is this all worth it in the end? You know, a lot of people are forgetting the fact that this section of highway had extremely high crashes almost daily before construction started. And that's the reason why we're reconstructing this and we're adding capacity to this roadway. It's to make it safer in the end once the construction is done. So, and then going back to Mark's question, yes, we hear a lot, oh, why is all this happening at once? Why is this all planned to occur at the same time? Part of the reason we put this map together is to show everybody what is still open, but also when a lot of these current structures, bridges, overpasses, and things were built, they were built with piers in that right on the shoulders of the road. Now, in order to expand the main line, we have to widen that, and we have to reconstruct those bridges. Well, we have to have all of those out of the way before we can do the main line underneath. So, you know, people are asking, well, couldn't you do it next year? Well, if we wait till next year, that puts the main line off another year. And if we do that 3 times in a row, well, it's 3 years from now until we get the main line built. So we do have to get out here. We do have to build a lot of these overpasses, rebuild them, reconstruct them to fit the new roadway underneath. And then we have our mainline projects starting where we can schedule them, where we have these overpasses and underpasses reconstructed already. We're building the main line kind of in order following those. So that gives a general idea of why we're kind of getting out here and doing a bunch of these crossings right here in the beginning, is because we got to get them out of the way so we can do the main line underneath.
Great answer. And that is a real important answer, guys, because we get that all the time. Poor planning. No, I've been watching this project start planning 10 years ago. The pre-planning that goes into these jobs is incredible. You know, so I know you get it too in your newsroom. Why is the DOT doing this? That's why I really wanted that this morning.
And when you talk about the planning, what goes into, like, for businesses who might be affected by the closures, how are you, trying to work with them, maybe give them guidance?
So yeah, with the businesses, we've been doing, since 2021, we've been doing public information meetings about the project and what we're working on and what's coming forward. With those, we also do separate business meetings, and we invite all the local businesses along the corridor to come to those meetings. They can also participate in the virtual meetings. We give them an update of what's coming, when we're anticipating these projects are going to happen. And then as the projects get closer, we do reach out through the local communities, the chambers of commerce, things like that. We have specific interchange business meetings where we talk about, okay, this is what the schedule is, this is what's going to close. Here are some opportunities, some options for you to put up temporary signs, what you can work with your customers, your clients. We share maps with them that they can distribute or email out or whatever to their clientele so that they can maintain access to their businesses throughout construction.
Any other questions?
You got to have traffic questions for Josh, don't you?
Josh is the guy that made no crashes during the draft.
He is.
You know him.
I did all that already.
Yeah, well, if you guys want, one-on-one interviews, I also have